Hey, brother, I got a new little setup back here. What do you think?
TFUEL, man, looks good.
That black, I like that black and gold. It's a easy color to go with about anything.
You got kicks for that?
Well, see, I was talking to my boy that Stomping Ground Customs that made my last ones, and so Monster and Rain, I'm still doing that stuff, going through court stuff with them. And so they just shot a proposal over and they're like, hey, you got 14 days and we can't see that logo no more. I'm like, hey dog, we need to negotiate this first now, you know. And
which the Titan Fuel?
Yeah, the helmet. You know, the old one.
Yeah.
This one. So I'm like, look, hey, I'm good to go, but let's do a little negotiation or something. I need something in paper saying that you ain't gonna come after me for a picture that I've got up. You know, I'm not going back and deleting pictures and stuff unless I absolutely had to, I guess. But so we got this going now, and yeah, I've got my other one sitting in the floor. I'm like, $300 backdrop. What do you do with it? Just use it as a blanket.
You know? Is that what it is? It's like a sheet.
It's a 7 cover.
You break it out, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's all scribbled though.
Dang.
There you go.
You think it's because I don't have my headphones on today or what?
No, I think that was like a connection thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, new backdrop, and just got done with a little acting class. Hey, that's I'm getting the hang of it, but if you've never done anything like that, it's pretty weird.
What are they teaching you?
Today we did a bunch of improv stuff. So like today I was put in a scenario where I'm in a coffee shop. We got 5 beats. So there's 5 different things I've got to move through. Okay. And I can't talk. It's only expression only on this one. So it's supposed to be, hey, you're in a coffee shop. It's been a long day. You got like 20-30 minutes just to kill some time. Your girl crush walks in and it passes you. You've known her because you talked to her at a party maybe a couple weeks ago. Didn't get to talk to her that much, but you're interested. And she's going to walk past you and she's going to be like ordering something in line. And, you know, I'm supposed to ask her if she wants to come over and hang out for a second, talk. And she's going to shut me down. And I need to give you like a genuine reaction, reacting to that. And so she gave me that today and kind of walking me through. And, you know, I was kind of rushing through it, you know what I mean? But I guess like silence isn't a bad thing, you know, when dealing with something like that. And so I had to slow down, take my time, but it was just like just drinking coffee, you know. She's walking by and you're like, is that her? You know. And then I'm like, hey, you know, but you couldn't say anything. Okay. Supposedly she was so far away that you're not going to talk to somebody that far away in a coffee shop. But she shuts me down and I'm just like, you know, little sad, you know, a little tore up there. But she said one of the main things I have going for me is I always get the macho look regardless. So I need to show like the opposite of macho as much as I can.
The Rock does.
Yeah. When doing these little skits and stuff, you know, that way, she's big on smiling, wants me to smile a lot more, you know, and so we went through that one. Also had to do a thing where just kind of experiencing a new place and describing it, you know, as what I would be saying in my head. Like, for example, we talked about Egypt, and when I was there and how wild it was, just different than anything I've ever seen before. And she wanted me to explain that, you know, as if I'm talking in my head, like, wow, this is like how are the pyramids built like this? This is amazing type of stuff. But it's one of those things that once you practice it a couple times, and it becomes a lot more natural. It's just something that you don't do on a general basis. You're not just thinking about this stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my third acting class. I think I've got like 8. Once I hit 8, I'm good to go, supposedly. So we're gonna do some mock
Good to go.
just anything, baby.
Oh, is it like a certification or something?
Yeah, it's an online, I think it's a Delphi University. I don't even know what that is, but but she's good. She works with my agent, and basically my agent sends all the new talent to her, and she kind of preps them and gets them ready, because apparently, you know, towards this time of the year, everything picks up a lot as far as auditions and stuff goes. So he talked to me the other day, and he's like, hey, we need to get you moving on these classes, so you're ready in case something comes up. So I'm like, all right, Jack, let's do it.
Nice, man.
We get all this is commercial training.
Oh,
I've been doing. Yeah. Because he said that's the route to go, you know, as far as my career goes right now. You know, you want some little quick hitters, you know. It only takes a day or two to do a commercial, you know, and then you're getting that check in the mail every month, which is nice. So,
yeah.
hey, what's up?
You seen Shang-Chi?
Now, what's that?
Disney Channel? It's like a new Marvel character. It's really good. But anyway, there's like this like big dude in there, and he like barely says a thing, man. Like it's just like a couple lines.
Yeah.
It looks big. I'm like, man, I could do that. Like I'm sure that dude got paid some pretty good money.
Oh, so it's not a cartoon. It's a
No, it's like it's a real. It's like it's new Marvel, part of the new series that they're doing.
Okay.
It's a really good movie. I highly recommend watching it. It's called Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
It's SHANG apostrophe or hyphen CHI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, it's really, really good, man. It's really good.
Well,
there's this Jack dude, and he's just, I'm just like, he says maybe like 2 or 3 lines, but he's in a lot of scenes.
Oh yeah.
He's like a big character, and I'm like,
oh, okay.
But I could do something like that.
Hey, anytime you can be a big character and don't have to say much, that's money in the bank, ain't it?
I feel like it, yeah.
I'm sure once you get in that role, you'll be like, man, let me talk a little more.
Yeah.
But
he had to do a lot of like fight scenes though and shit though. So like,
oh yeah.
He didn't know how to like mobile, like martial arts stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you been up to, dog? Looking lean.
Yeah, and it's training. Doing the same old shit, man. Trying to get leaner right now.
Hey, I was pretty low this morning, brother.
Where are you at?
249.
Love it.
Because
you're not doing 3 hours of cardio.
And I don't have any junk in the house. If I go hard, it's apples and oatmeal and dark chocolate. That's all I got.
Always is though, man.
Yeah.
I never have. Well, if I dip in the peanut butter a little, I dip that a little too much.
Yeah.
That adds up. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've got some West Coast confections en route. So that'd be a good little
You're not gonna gain weight. Oh,
no. They asked me the other day. Yeah. They asked me the other day, they said, hey, we know you're dieting a little bit. You ready for some blondies? I'm like, actually, I am. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Because
Those would be perfect, man. They'd be look great the next day.
have you seen those? Have you seen the new ones that they got?
No,
Do you like coffee?
Probably, but
Do you like coffee?
no, not really.
Not really.
I'm not big on anything coffee flavored. I don't drink coffee either, unless I'm like dying tired. That's like only caffeine I can get.
Yeah. Well, I know you like apple fritters.
I do.
They got one that he said it's the best. Chris, the guy that with West Coast, said it's his favorite of all time. I'm like, dang, I need to see what's in this sucker.
Yeah, they make good, dude. I was very pleased with even their cookies were very good too.
Yeah.
Have you ever had cookies?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're starting to do a lot more of those too.
Yeah.
They're doing like the bars, like it's kind of in between a cookie and a brownie, maybe.
Like crumble cake or whatever they call them. Something like that. I think my cookie dealer is doing them too.
They're, when you go to any type of pastry place, they got like they're like bars. You know what I mean? It's not a brownie, but it's very similar.
It's like a soft cookie. It's like softer than a cookie.
Yeah, they got a
rectangle shape.
Yeah. I'm looking stuff up on my phone over here. We can just check it out now. Not showing browser history though. I learned off of TFUEL.
You better delete that browser history.
Hey, I don't use this computer for anything but business. So I should be good. All right. All right. So this month, got that dough blondie duo. Hey, look at that Butterfinger cookie. They look wild. So I love blueberry stuff. They got a blueberry here. Look at that. Hey, and they said the crust is Biscoff cookies. No, the cookie butter and graham crackers crunched up and like blended up. Just the crust. I'm like, that's gonna be nuts. They usually have the descriptions on here. I'm gonna have to do a breakdown. I might have to pull a rock when they come in, and you know how he just he'll cut it up, he'll hit that syrup on them pancakes, kind of talk to you a little bit. And
yeah, but you don't do that because you're a raccoon, so you don't want anyone watching you. And you do it in the middle of the night.
I know, dude. when I'm doing it, I'm not like prepared to
No, you don't want to be caught. So you're like a raccoon.
I don't want nobody watching me. I'm like a raccoon, man. I just want to kind of sneak off and do it by myself. Let's see. And there's I guess it is similar to a brownie. That's the coffee cake caramel bar. Sheesh. You know what sucker's chewy, ain't it?
Yeah.
Look at this cookie. Sheesh.
That looks good.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
A lot of cookie companies coming out now, I've noticed. It's a big thing now. I wonder how it's gonna be.
It's taking over Instagram, ain't it?
Yeah, well, at least people I follow and shit.
Yeah.
I guess we're all a bunch of cookie addicts.
Well, if you think about it, man, we've, you know, the way we diet, and it's just, it makes your connection to food so much greater. I feel like when
Yeah,
you appreciate it, you're like, dang, that's good stuff.
yeah, you get obsessed with food, man. Like real food focused.
Mhm.
Like now, I don't even care about food right now, to be honest with you, really honest. But when I'm leaner, it's like literally all I'm thinking about. And that's because you're fucking hungry. And your body's like,
Yeah.
put some fat on, fucker.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
You know,
I've here lately, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just getting mentally stronger or what's going on, but I haven't craved cheats that much here lately. I guess I don't know. It just comes a certain point. You're like, hey, dude, you need to. Yeah, exactly. It's like if I'm a pro bodybuilder, I need to act like it, and I don't.
yeah.
That. So I have that internal motivation just to kind of keep it a little tighter. I've never. That's. I'm curious to see how this is all going to play out because, dude, I was looking at my phone last night. I was 250 2 days out of pro card last year.
That's right.
And I was 249 this morning. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go ahead and break it here since we're, bouncing around the topic. I'm going to do Boston Pro, Lord willing. I'm healthy. No injuries come up. And that's in like 8 weeks, 8.5 weeks or something like that.
I'm going to be recovering from my surgery though.
Yeah.
Or else I'd come up.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Well, your surgery is
February 25th. So it's gonna be like a couple weeks after. I don't think I'll be able to really move around and fly.
No, I wouldn't mess with it.
Yeah. I guess I'm pretty much bed rest for a week, solid week.
So
and then start moving slowly after.
Are you having mesh or anything put in or what?
Put the mesh in there. Yeah, they're gonna go through the side, and then they go fucking under that bitch, and then they put mesh in under my muscle, and then in between the hernia, with a little robot, like a robot does it. Yeah.
Hey, freaking Mark Lobliner, he just turned pro and he had it bad. He had that mesh. He got a lot of mesh put in. I don't know if he had a hernia or his was more diastases, kind of like Phil Heath.
Diastasis is when your abs separate, right? With female and pregnant. Yeah. That's a different surgery. That's like a cosmetic one. Only plastic surgery can do those. Okay. Diastasis. It's a plastic. It's only plastic surgeons do that. I'm not sure if they use mesh or not.
Hey, I was listening to a podcast he did the other day with Jose Raymond and Ron Harris, and he was like, he was being optimistic for Phil. He's like, hey, Phil, you need to, come back next year. He said Mark said it took him 2 years to fully regain abdominal control off of that. That's different than what you're having done. But he said with all that mesh in there, he was doing the boxing. He said after about 1.5 2 years, he'd take just shots right in the stomach on that mesh. He said he felt indestructible, because he was doing boxing there for a little while.
Well, Phil had a umbilical hernia.
Yeah, that's right.
Mine's I don't have umbilical hernias.
What's yours? Hiatal?
Nah, it's the upper. Well, I got ones in the groin, and then I got ones up in the top.
Yeah,
it's like a long name. It starts with an E. I forgot the name. But it's the umbilicals right kind of by your belly button.
Right.
I don't know how it's gonna. play out. She says it's not that bad of like a recovery though.
Hey, your waist is about to be so tight.
It's gonna get smaller. That's why my waist got bigger.
Yeah.
It's because the hernias. Because
Yeah.
it pushed out. Like
Yeah.
it pushed out. Like
well, we'll think about you for the next, you know, once you have the surgery, the months following that, you're going to keep your waist tight. You're not going to be distending it and like putting pressure on those spots just because you're nervous, you know. So that's going to make like your, you know,
your awareness,
your waist control,
yeah,
much better. So
we'll see. I don't think it's like Chris, like other people have got them and they bounced. They did shows like right after. Like, you know, do Mark Water.
Yeah.
He had hernia surgery last year and he came back and did shows last year. He looked good.
I didn't know he had it done.
Yeah, he had hernia surgery done. He had a umbilical, I think. And then I think Chris Bumstead had one too. And he did the Olympia.
Dang. See, Bum had one?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Where was his at?
I'm not sure, but I think that's what Fuad said. Because he had surgery before the 2019 or 20 one. And I think it was a hernia.
Well, he definitely didn't say where it was at. He didn't want people looking at it, did he?
He got back pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
It might have been a sports hernia, I'm not sure. But it was definitely, he had surgery on that bitch.
Hey, I might be bigger than C-Bum right now.
He was like 237, he said, his last weigh-in.
Yeah. And he got the cove, didn't he?
Yeah.
Shoot. So what did you weigh this morning?
I was like 268. But I hit a low this week at 266. I think my weight just jumped up because I did legs the other day. My weight's usually higher like after legs.
Yeah, you got a little inflammation.
Yeah, it's always like a
water,
a couple pounds above. I've been hitting the cardio hard consistently again. It's pretty much something different. Yeah.
Were you hitting intervals?
Yeah, I don't call them like hit because I'm doing like, what my routine is right now is I'll do 5 minutes, like relatively easy, like level 45 or something.
Yeah.
80 to 90 RPM. And then I'll stand up for a minute, but I'll do like 2 hard cranks, which brings it up like 25 to 30 more. And I'll do that for a minute, and then I'll sit down, I'll put it back down for a minute, and I'll just keep going. Yeah. I like doing that because it gets you out of the seat, which I don't like sitting on the bike for that long. And then it makes you watch the clock. So it's like, it goes by quicker because you got like 1 minute goals, you know, 1 minute goal, 1 minute goal, 1 minute goal. But it's not like my like challenging time when I'm like up would be like, you put more output. Isn't like high intensity where I'm like, yeah, it's just harder, but not like what you would define as like high intensity interval.
So at that speed that you're going on, do you ever like, because I'm sure you're getting some lactic acid.
It's not up. I get my legs burn, but not to where if I was doing like an all-out sprint.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because like if I hold an all-out sprint for a minute, like you basically have to like get off the bike or like not pedal or like very, very little to recover. Because I still go pretty hard. Like I'll go, because I can do more standing. So I'll go like level 80 at like 70 RPM or whatever, which is like going to be more output.
Yeah.
Then when I get down, I might put it on like 50 at like 80 to 85 RPM, like faster.
Yeah.
But they're equally about as hard for me because I'm better in the standing. So then output wise, but from as far as like my legs getting challenged, they're about the same. It just breaks it up. So I'm not sitting on my ass for 20 minutes, 30 minutes or whatever.
So when you're standing, are you doing more
it's more
glute ham?
Yeah, it's more glutes when you're standing, and it's more quad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can put your hips back when you're standing.
Yeah.
And then that more
Yeah.
app. That's it. Kind
Get
of
on
breaks. So I'm like frying my quad so much, and I get
Yeah.
a little bit like glute,
Yeah.
and then your butt and your balls, your gooch doesn't hurt
Yeah.
eat forever.
Hey, that's one thing I like about the bike is you can always alter it. You know, you can switch between muscle groups.
Yeah, you really
You know?
can, especially if you get out of the saddle.
Yeah.
You could really change it. Yeah, but I like that's how I'm doing it now. It just breaks it up, man. So like I was doing, remember last prep, I was doing 2 30-minute sessions that are like all seated. And it was so boring, man. And I was like, I got so burned out of it. I just didn't want to even like get on that bike after.
No, I hear you.
So I was like, it was like the last thing I wanted to do in the world was like
Yeah.
put my shoes on,
Shoes.
like just like burned out, man.
I
It was
hear
like,
you.
but I like the shorter, harder sessions. And
Hey,
I think that helped. That's why my cholesterol is so good.
yeah.
Because I'm like really sweating. Like I'm really challenging myself. I'm not
Yeah.
just getting on the treadmill and like put my time in. I'm like actually like working.
Right.
And I think that when you push all that blood through your heart and get your heart rate up, it just like cleans it out, you know?
Yeah.
Gets all that shit moving through it.
Well, that makes sense when doctors talk about exercise to improve blood markers and stuff. You know, you got to be doing something that directly affects your performance of
Yeah.
your heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously, if you're like obese, like walking is going to be challenging.
Right.
So you start with that,
Right.
but I mean, we're both in like people like us are in good shape.
Yeah.
But I feel like, and we do lift pretty hard with also cardio, but it's not going to be that sustained 20, 30 minutes where I think you really kind of need.
So I've been on an hour the past few days. I know I said I was going to do 30.
I thought you were down to 30s.
I got down to 30s. I think now after seeing it this morning, I was like, all right, now I can get back. Cause I had a little post Mexico surge back up, you know, getting back into the routine, you know, raccooning a little more, you know?
Yeah.
And, but hey, I'm surprised, man. Cause I went hard in Mexico, dude.
Yeah. But your activity was probably a lot higher too.
It was. Our resort was so freaking big that, you know, to get anywhere, you had to walk a good little piece. And the thing is I was eating 5 plates minimum every night before bed, room service. So it was, you know, the room service deal, it was a $15 service charge, but you could get anything you wanted to eat for free.
So you might as well get as much.
So I mean, you know, here's the thing, you know, if I order a few too many plates, then I'm not paying for it.
Yeah, for breakfast in the morning. But
I did that one morning. I had just a bunch of steak fajitas, chicken fajitas, and just woke up next morning. I was like, yeah, I ain't got to go nowhere. I got it sitting right here in front of me.
Did you work out like fasted?
I only worked out. You ain't gonna believe this, dude. I only worked out. Well, I worked out one day, and then the second day I went to go work out. I had my Birkenstocks on, and they said, "No, you got to have closed toe shoes on." I'm like, "Come on, we're on vacation. There's 2 people in there. It was a nice gym too." And she's like, "No." She's like,
you drop a plate on your foot, whether you have it in a sand or a shoe, it's gonna hurt exactly the same unless you have like steel toe boots on or something.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, we were about to go on an excursion. Okay. It was about to be an all day full trip. I was going to eat whatever, drink whatever, have a blast. Okay. So, you know, I didn't have much time. Like I was like, we're going to be doing cardio all day, swimming in the cave, you know, walking mine ruins, doing all this stuff. But I would like to go get a pump and at least utilize this 5 plates of room service from last night. Just get a little pump, and then I feel good the rest of the day. Well, I got down there and had my Birkenstocks on because I told old girl, I said, "Hey, I know I ain't got much time. I'm going to go knock out 20, 30 minutes of shoulders, chest. then I'll be back. So I got down there and I didn't have enough time to turn back around and walk all the way back, put shoes on and come back. That wasn't happening. That wasn't an option. So she wouldn't let me in. So I said, all right. I got down and started doing push-ups right beside the gym door. Hey, she's like, no, you can't do that. I was like, it's the hallway. Can I not be in the hallway? She's like, yeah, you can't. I was like, well, call security. Hey, it's a hallway. Can I not walk in the hallway? Can I not do push-ups in the hallway?
Oh my God.
She was frustrated. And I was like, look, hey, you can let me go in there and I'll put your little mask on and I'll go in there and I'll get it. Yeah, dude. But their masks were the biggest joke I've ever seen. Like it was like it went like this. You could blow out the sides. You could eat through the sides. Yeah. I ate a sandwich at the buffet through the sides just to show them that it was a joke. So I'm sitting there doing push-ups. There's like 2 girls in the gym and they're fitness kind of girls, you know, would probably feed off the energy in the gym if we were all going hard. Instead, I'm going hard on the outside through the glass doors, just doing push-ups, just walking around, you know, superset, going hard. I was rotating through the triceps. I was blasting the triceps with a little close grip, and then I'd get wide, and then, you know, and I'd get up, walk around, clap a little bit, get fired up. Hey, this woman hated me, dude. And so they had this nice little dance studio yoga room type of deal with the bars on the walls where you could stretch and do your little class or whatever. Get some medicine balls in there. And I was like, yeah, can I go in there? You know, she's like, oh, okay. She was tired of me putting on a push-up show.
Yoga, you have to go barefoot.
Yeah.
So you're not supposed to.
Yeah. So she let me in there, and then there was a couple in there doing some type of video exercise on a laptop, just, you know, doing their little circuit in there. And so they had you know, of course they had the little light dumbbells, you know, I think it went up to like 8 or 10 pounds max.
Yeah.
So I had like 2 or 3 dumbbells in each hand doing shoulders. I was gripping like a 10, a 8, and a 5, you know, just getting some side laterals in. And but I got a nice little pump. I walked out and I was like, thank you. See how easy that was? I just went in there and got a quick pump, you know, out of everybody's way. And my Birkenstocks, baby. Come on now. Can't be wearing no shoes on vacation. Birks. But yeah, so I lost like 4 or 5 pounds when I got back, you know. Maybe that had something to do with I took a little water pill there just to pull the water off, you know, during the flight. On the way back. So it was probably a little skewed that way, but now we're back in the zone, baby. And I'm feeling good. Had a you know, I was talking to you the other day, man. Shoot. You kept me optimistic, man. I appreciate that, because I thought I'd jack my back up, dude.
Yeah, man.
Scary. Trap bar deadlifts, guys. Be careful.
That's actually extremely safe lower back.
I know. And I sent you the video, right? It didn't look like I was doing anything terrible.
Probably just because you got back from traveling and stuff, man. Your electrolytes were a little fucked up.
Could be.
A little messed up.
That's what they always say, ain't it?
You know, so it's probably that, and then kind of maybe threw your leverages off or something.
Well, I made sure like the first few days back home, I got a little electrolyte mix. You know,
it looked hard when you were doing those from the first step. Like usually make those look a lot easier, but like I was like it looked hard for you, like especially. And then I was like, shit, it was like rep 4, like struggling. I've seen you do that for 15.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have hung
It's
it
probably
up after that.
just one of them days, man. When you don't have it,
Yeah.
don't push the strength.
Yeah.
Especially on big compounds, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because the time I've gotten hurt was when I was like, I used my head and I'm like, I know I'm supposed to do 6 plates for whatever,
Right.
do it, even though 5 plates felt heavy as shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, screw it. And then I get hurt.
Hey guys, if y'all are watching this, I hope there's not that much reverb going on. I usually have my headphones on, but they were acting silly this morning, and me and James just trying to get in a quick one. So hopefully it's good. But yeah, on my back, you know, when you lean back and pop your back, and it's kind of like, you know, you elongate your spine, and it like, so that's what that did when I was doing that. So I guess just the force of me pulling up and my bottom half staying down, and just towards the bottom, it just did it. But it was like a violent, like, you know.
Yeah, you kind of have a lower back thing too, right?
Yeah, and it's more on the left side. So it's just one of those things that I'm just gonna have to be careful, man. 21 years of wear and tear, you know, little tweak here, little tweak there. You just gotta know what works for you, what doesn't, and work around it the best you can, you know. And I mean, I've done pretty good for not doing traditional deadlifts for the past 5-6 years. You know, I haven't done deadlifts. You know, I've always done racks. Or
you don't need them. I don't think you need racks either.
No, I haven't done racks since you showed me those one dumbbell deadlifts. Seated dumbbell deadlifts.
And so the difference is, so seated dumbbell deadlift, you're not going to have to nearly challenge yourself systematically. Like, you're not going to get as much fatigue from that as you would a rack deadlift.
Yeah.
You're going to get like the same amount of like back. Because, you know, to do a rack deadlift, like I got to put like 6-7 plates on.
Yeah.
My whole body's getting fried. Whereas I could just use like 100-pound dumbbells.
I know.
And I'm getting, my muscles feel just as taxed, but my body is taxed.
Yeah.
Because then, like, let's just say I do, like, then if I'm doing rack deads, and then my lower back gets shot to where like my leg training suffers.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like to do that stuff anymore. I try to kind of minimize the overall fatigue.
Yeah.
So if I get the same benefit as an exercise for my muscles I'm trying to train, but it's easier on my body, I'm doing.
So how do you feel with the new little Prime combo?
Oh, I love it, man.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, dude, I went to the gym and I was doing leg extensions on one of the ones we have up there.
Yeah.
Man, this shit sucks, dude, because I got such a good one in my garage now.
I know.
And I was like, dude, I can't use these ones anymore.
Dude.
But I like it because I'm increasing my quad frequency without like getting hurt, because I'll do one day where I just do leg extensions. With hams, I'll just do leg extensions for quads. And like, I'm able to get an extra day in, but like I can't do like more than like, you know, I can't like squat twice a week or do any of that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Because I don't recover, man. So I just end up getting fucked. But then but this way I can train my quads twice a week without getting hurt and overtraining. Because leg extension, you're pretty much just working the shorten range. So it causes like a lot of like damage, but I'm getting blood in there.
The only thing is just take care of them patellas, because that's the, you know, I can tell, because I do legs twice a week and do leg extensions twice a week, and sometimes, you know, I get a slight tendonitis feel in my patella tendon, you know, from overuse.
You know, that's probably from those. I notice I get that if the leg extension challenges the length and position too much. So if it's like really heavy at the bottom and then eases off at the top, that's what you do.
So that's what I do when I started experiencing that. I just do the top half of the rep. Yeah. And I'll do like 30 reps, just like top halves.
What's so good about the Prime is I could adjust it to where it's hitting.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So Yeah, so it doesn't load super heavy in the bottom the way I usually do it.
Yeah.
So I want it heavier on the top because that's where you're working it the most.
You know, my orthopedic surgeon told me to never do leg extensions again the rest of my life.
Yeah.
He said it's terrible on the ACL. When I had ACL reconstruction, he said you don't want to do that.
Is that because there's an imbalance with your hams?
What, me tearing it?
No, like I think that
no.
I think it's bad for your ACL because you end up getting too strong.
No, the ACL when you're at the bottom, your ACL is stretched around like that, whereas when it's up, it's straight. So anything, he told me, anything open chain, be careful because you're putting flexion on your ACL, like when your knee's bent like that. But anything closed chain, then he said have at it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, just because it's it's just unnecessary. Well, it's necessary for us if you're the bodybuilder.
Yeah,
but
it is an unnecessary motion for strength athletes.
Right.
Like you don't need a football player doing leg extensions.
No. Hey, but if you think about it, that was like one of the most hardcore, sports back in the day. If you get a sports team in the gym, you'd load up the freaking leg extension and you go just to hammer town. Just, it's terrible.
Yeah. The only thing that leg extension chain's really good is the rec fem.
The one in the middle.
Yeah. Because you can't hit with traditional leg exercises because it attaches to it.
Yeah.
So you got to have it. The only way you can really train it is when you in that shortened position.
Mm-hmm.
Not like you don't train it when you're doing like a leg press, hack squat or anything like that.
Yeah.
It has to be like that knee extension.
Yeah.
That doesn't have hip, that has your hip in the position like a leg extension.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it like sissy squats too, but that's basically like a leg extension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather do leg extension. I don't like sissy squats that much.
Those things, they mess my knees up.
Yeah, it's awkward.
Yeah. Even in like that sissy squat machine, like where you kind of like put your leg in and then like there's a thing on the back of your calf and then you go back.
Yeah.
That shit up, man.
Yeah.
Can't even do those.
Yeah. So what are your plans competitively, like looking past this surgery coming up?
Well, so I'm gonna try to lean down right now to where like I'm in a pretty good spot before my surgery till which is January 25th. And then I'll be recovering the rest of February, all of March. And then I'll be able to start picking it up in April. So during that recovery time, I just kind of want to go maintenance because I'm not gonna be able to train. I'll just do like walking cardio, like steps, just not get fat during that period. Like just keep body fat where it's at. And then push hard. And then 14 weeks later is master's mats. I think I could do that. 12 weeks is Team U, which 12 weeks just sounds like, I know it's like 2 weeks difference, just sounds a lot sooner. Covering up. I don't know how my legs are gonna look because I'm not worried about everything else, but I don't know if I'm able to train legs super hard right off the bat because there's always you're exerting more, especially like with your abdomen. So I don't know how to really. Hopefully, historically my legs like pop back really quick.
Hey, I know something you can train that crap out of. Be arms.
Yeah, that's like my week. So
hey, listen, this might be, God's way is sitting you back and being like, all right, Jack, you want to improve your arms? We're gonna take a little off your shoulders. You got good shoulders, and we're gonna pump up the arms and balance everything out.
Yeah, because she said that you're not supposed to give her 20 pounds for like 6 weeks.
Hey, we both know that you're in the gym about 4 or 5 days after surgery doing a little something. You're gonna be in there doing a little something. Guarantee it.
I'm thinking like BFR.
Yeah,
because you don't have to lift.
That's an excellent strategy, considering that you want to put as least amount of pressure on your abdomen as possible.
And I only really need to train arms. I don't really need to train anything else.
Yeah.
So good workout. Just put downs and like cable curls.
Yeah.
You don't have to like brace yourself. Like you're
yeah.
already there. Doing seated too.
Seated. I was gonna say seated.
That way I'm just like seated with the tricep rope or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
That way there's no pressure there.
You're good at isolating too. If you had to stand, if you had to do like a single arm.
Yeah, I'll hold myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't want to fuck it up too. Because
no, I know it.
Mesh rips. I could go back under.
Yeah.
So
you have to chalk the ear up if you had to do that.
Yeah. So hopefully that's the plan. And then so I'll just kind of use that phase, really clear out, really recover, and then just be freaking ready to go when I come out of the gate, and then blow back up a little bit.
Dude, I wish there's a competition before. I guess there is, but I don't know about going to Japan. I'd like to go, but I know that's some big cheese right there. And but I think that's Japan Pros like a week before the Arnold or something. I could definitely be ready for it, but yeah, I probably just chill and knock out the 3 in a row.
Pros the week after, right?
Yeah, Boston Pros week after. 2 weeks after that is San Diego Pro, and 2 weeks after that is Houston Pro.
So you can do all those ones.
Yeah, that's the
plan. 2 weeks. 2 weeks is a good time in between.
Yeah. 2 weeks is 2 weeks is good enough time. To eat good after the show and not worry about having to suck that water off real quick. Yeah.
2 weeks is especially if you're doing like a weekly calorie surplus anyway.
Yeah.
Your body will just do it.
Yeah. And I've never been to any of those cities, believe it or not.
And it was dope.
Yeah, I've heard it's beautiful.
Yeah, I lived there for a while.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
With Navy?
Yeah.
Navy base there?
Yeah, it's the second biggest one we have.
What's it called?
There's 2 there. There's Coronado, and then there's so that's where like all the carriers are at and all those the helo squadrons and stuff.
Yeah.
We have where all like the subs and smaller ships are. It's called I think it's just like Naval Base San Diego.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we call it 32nd Street because it's off 32nd Street. But yeah, Coronado is like an island though.
So what do I need to do there?
You need to go to the gym.
Which one?
It's called the gym.
Oh, is that where Sergio goes?
Yeah, that place is really. When I would live there, it's called World Gym, and it is the best place, man. It's still, and they just had to rename the gym because of like some copyright issue shit like you're going through.
Yeah.
So they're like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna name it the gym."
The gym.
But it's the dopest gym in the area. And then you need to go to Pacific Beach, and then just kind of go walk around and shit. And there's like, so you'll find you'll find where the taco spot, tacos and burritos are the 2 things you have to go eat. Yeah, because you'll find like a hole in the wall place, like $5 burrito, probably like $10 now because inflation and all that shit. Yeah. But just like,
hey,
get a California burrito.
California burrito.
Yeah, it's got French fries in it.
Have you ever had a sushi burrito?
Yeah, they're really good too. There's a place that makes them here.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. It's like a poke bowl wrap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're good though. I like them.
Yeah.
They're clean. They're like,
Right.
I don't really consider it like a cheat.
No.
It's just like fish and just a good.
Yeah.
But when you go to San Diego, man, you got to get a California burrito.
Oh, you already know. You already know I'm doing that.
I like the cheapest place, the most disgusting looking place you can find will have the best burrito.
That'd be fire.
Yeah. That's how it is.
Well, see, my parents they've never been to California. My family's never been to California, none of them. So I'm trying to get some of them out there just to, hey, expand your horizons, man. This, yeah, I can't imagine not being, only seeing a few states my whole life.
I've been to all 50.
Have you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I knocked that off 2019.
Dang, son.
Yeah.
That's solid.
I've been everywhere.
I haven't quite done that.
It's hard, man. Like I've had a couple of them are because of like work kind of got me there from the Navy.
Yeah.
But so that's got me around a lot of them. Like it took me forever to get Maine, Vermont, and New Hampshire. Took me a long time to get those three. Because that's way up there in that corner.
What's the most underrated state that you've been to that you
love?
Maine.
Dude, I will retire in Maine.
Really?
Like in the summer.
Yeah.
The winter, I'll go down to like Florida or something. But yeah, Maine's beautiful, man. No one knows about it either. It's easily underrated.
Huh.
Yeah, by a long shot. I love it.
That's why Aceto lives up there. He loves
it. Aceto lives up there. Maine's like everybody knows that's from there knows about it. They're like they try to keep it a secret.
What about the real estate pricing? Is it like, pretty good deal or?
I imagined it. I don't know, but I imagine it is because I mean, there's not a lot of people up there.
Why do you think it's underrated? It's just so far away from everything that.
Yeah, it's just peaceful, man. Like everyone's like, you don't run into like a bunch of people. Everybody's really nice.
Yeah.
Like, I was there in the summer, so it was like still nice out, but it wasn't like super hot. It wasn't like muggy. The air just felt fresh.
Yeah, it looks fresh.
Yeah, it just like feels fresh and then like relaxful, like just like here do my thing and nobody's bothering me and like you don't gotta deal with a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
You don't crash on all over the place. Like just I liked it. But I hadn't been there in the winter, so I don't know. Cold, so
I'm sure it can get a little extreme.
Washington State, I feel, is very underrated too. Because I lived in Washington State for like 5 years of my life.
Hey, that's where old torture room's from.
Yeah, I feel like it's very underrated. Because most people are like, oh, it rains there all the time and all this stuff, but like it's only for like a couple months of the year. I feel like it's like that.
Yeah.
And then the summers, you don't get a cloud in the sky. It's not really hot. It feels clean. Air feels fresh. You can see, you see like Mount Rainier, then you got like ocean, green tree. Yeah, I like that type of shit.
So if you had to move to one place right now based on all the current situations,
Florida.
I would say Florida or Texas. They seem to both be pretty solid right now.
I like water. I like living by water. That's the only reason why I'm choosing Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm the same too. I know that
Texas coast really isn't that good, man. Like Galveston and like all that shit down there.
Yeah.
But the Florida's got nice coastline.
Right.
I like by the water.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You're lucky to live as close as you do now.
Yeah. Well, in the Navy, man, we got to be by water. So.
Yeah.
There's good chance. There's actually there's some jobs like there's like if you're in like we have like a squadrons in like Oklahoma, It's like super rare to go there though. But so the odds are you're going to be by water.
Okay.
I mean, because you got Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Jacksonville's a big base. That's on the East Coast. The West Coast, you got San Diego, and then up there by Seattle, Bremerton, Washington. And then you have Hawaii by the beach, Japan by the beach. Anywhere you go in the Europe, like Rota, Spain, or Sigonella, Italy, like by the beach. Gotta be by water.
Yeah. So, it's kind of a requirement, ain't it?
Yeah, it's a requirement. So yeah, that's why and I was born by the coastline too in California. So
hey, these are pretty good. You ever had one?
I don't like the Powerade ones that much. Is that Powerade?
Yeah, Powerade Zero Sugar Ultra. It's kind of got some
they have a weird aftertaste.
It is it's an acquired taste. Let's see, ingredients: water, BCAAs. I didn't even know it had that in it. Dang.
Oh, you got one.
Creatine monohydrate.
Oh shit.
Electrolytes.
You're fucking loading. You're loading up.
Jeez, son, I'm about to get swole. Hey, it's got pea fiber in it.
How many of those are you drinking a day?
Dude, I'll be honest with you. I've been on like an anti-water kick here lately. Like I've got my 3-liter jug that I usually fill up and take to work with me every night. And I'll drink that 3-liter during my 8-hour shift, you know, and whatever else I have, you know, pre-workout and post-workout and kind of a couple diet drinks and stuff during the day. But I've been off work for 2 weeks. You see his beard, son? 2 weeks. And so I'm just like, man, I don't feel like messing with that jug. And so
when I'm at work, I don't drink nearly as much water either.
Yeah. So I guess Coke was it? Yeah. Coke donated a lot of stuff to state police posts, just drinks and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, we probably got 50 racks of these. 50,
so how many
50 cases of these. I don't know. I probably drink 3 or 4 of these a day.
So you're just loaded up on creatine monohydrate.
Well,
you cut that out, you probably lose a lot of fullness.
Hey, that's probably why I got shredded in Mexico.
That's why you got shredded in Mexico, because you've been super dosing creatine monohydrate. What's it?
It don't say how many grams. You know, it's probably just a little fairy dust in there. It don't even say.
I don't know, man. I feel like you've been loading creatine to a little hard here.
Hey, I used to do like 5 to 10 grams every day post workout, but I haven't done it in the past year probably.
That's a supplement I think everybody should have in creatine mono.
Yeah, you still take it?
Yeah, I do 5 grams. Yeah.
What about kidney markers? Do you think it?
Mine, you saw mine are perfect, man.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the most researched performance supplement.
No, I know. And I've preached it. I've preached it for many years, but if you've ever had I know creatinine on your blood panel is different, but I think, you know, there's possibility that you're, you know, if you're not hydrating enough or something, that the creatine could possibly, you know, be slightly damaging. I don't know. I took it out a while back and I was like, man, I ate so much meat that I'm sure I'm getting into, you know, and I've usually got it in one of my pre-workouts, you know, the new TFUEL. I've got like a gram or 2 in it, you know, so.
You still have it in. Still have it in.
I might swell up, dog, if I throw it back in. I got some over there.
I like 5 grams, man.
Yeah.
It's a good performance supplement. It's the most research ever.
Yeah. You do pre or post?
I do pre, but I've heard a lot they post too. I just think I think the main thing is as long as you're consistent.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things that you get it in your system, and over a period of time, you just keep that store full.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be consistent with it.
Yeah. So I just do mine in my pre-workout drink, and I just get it in every day. It's good.
So you got that fiber in yet?
No, I didn't get any.
You didn't?
No.
Hey.
Because I put my like monthly athlete order in before it dropped, because it dropped on like the 5th. And I put my order in on like the 2nd or whatever. Yeah, probably like the 2nd or 3rd.
So you're gonna try it next round though?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it next round.
Yeah.
I just don't. I could order it, I guess, if I wanted to, but I don't have problems with like that area.
Hey, I'm curious to see you just experiment with it and hear your feedback.
Because I get pretty cleared out like daily.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little too much lately, to be honest.
Well, we'll see. Something I've noticed is sometimes it'll slow that down.
Oh, will it?
If you need it to. Like I've had clients that, you know, just got the runs, man. And and actually throwing in that will kind of bulk it up and kind of slow it down versus make it faster. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That one in particular is a psyllium husk and an oat.
Okay.
So yeah, it shouldn't like just clear you out.
How many grams of psyllium does it? You remember?
I think it's like a half and half. So it's like, I think it's 10 grams of fiber. So I think it's probably around 5, maybe.
Yeah.
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 Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah. Have you heard about inulin?
Yeah.
Do you know much about it?
No.
So that's
it's in like a daily like greens drink I drink.
See, that's I've got that in my fiber greens. Okay. I've got the different forms, you know, but I'm working on lowering the inulin a little bit and bringing up the psyllium a little bit more, you know. But my manufacturer, he's like, hey, inulin is, you know, it's a superior ingredient to psyllium. I'm like, hey, look, I don't care what it is. I know that I like the way psyllium bulks up. You know, any good fiber supplement I've had before, it, you know, if it gets a little bit thicker over time, I like that, because that's what it's going to do on the inside of your body and kind of pull
it off.
Everything. You know, it binds to bad cholesterol and toxins and kind of removes that. So I kind of like that. So I'm making one more adjustment on my flavors and on that, and then that should be making its way soon. Anybody listening that used to love Titan Fuel, TFUEL should be resurfacing this spring, maybe April probably. There's a 3-month lead time once I got my labels ready. So just approved my labels here a little while back. So yeah, that's going to be exciting. Especially with me doing shows this spring. If I got something hot and fresh to
it'd be a good time.
Come out with it. It should be pretty solid, and
be a good time for photo shoots too.
Exactly. Exactly. Hey, that's why FUEL has been, you know, the past year and a half, he's kind of flirted with coming back, because he usually does a photo shoot or something. And I mean, that's, you know, it's your brand.
You know, that stage ready for a photo shoot.
Yeah.
You just gotta look leaner.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to go through the mental turmoil.
You don't gotta go through 6 weeks to get your glutes in.
Yeah. Hey, dude, my glutes are coming in a little bit.
That's crazy, man.
8 weeks out.
I'm excited to see what finally happens when you don't have to like crash.
I'm kind of nervous, because that's the only thing I know.
You're gonna look fresh.
Yeah, hopefully.
I think you're gonna look fresh.
Well, I'll tell you what will look different is, you know, some of this time, you know, that extra hour of cardio, you know, when I'm hitting 2 hours a day for the last few weeks, I can use that time for posing, and that's what I need. So I'm not sweating on stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Between posing, conditioning, and conditioning.
Yeah.
You can only be good at it.
And I can already tell right now, like I haven't been posing nearly enough, but my posing right now, like I feel about as comfortable with my posing right now as I did on stage last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like just being able, like breath control and waist control and hitting shots and, you know, just trying to line. Yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah, guys, don't neglect the vacuums. I hated on the vacuums for so long because I couldn't do it. I couldn't do the vacuum. And I was like, man, you ain't got to do that to be classic and all this. And I always used to make the excuse of, oh, my rib cage isn't shaped to do a vacuum. Like I look better crunching down on it.
It's not about how it looks on stage. It's just you don't have to hit a vacuum.
Right.
But the ability to hit one will give you good waist control.
Right.
And make you.
Right.
Because not everybody should hit a vacuum.
No.
It's not going to look good on everybody.
Right. But, you know, just think of walking out as you're walking across the stage. You got that sucker pulled tight. You have to, you know, you can't be relaxed out there with turtle shell and walk out and still be ripped and have abs, but kind of protruding a little bit. You want that sucker like pulled in to your spine.
Yeah. The whole time. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I can't like, even if I think I'm like, and if I'm not going like super hard with it, it's not like I gotta like, it's gotta be like hard.
Oh, I know.
You know, because if you just like how you would suck in if you had like a shirt on, you don't want your gut to look out.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be.
Yeah.
You
basically have to get in the mindset of, hey, my shirt's off and people are looking at me right now. Yeah. Like if you're at a restaurant, like, hey, you know, you getting, I like doing it when I'm driving, you know.
I feel like I get the best when I'm seated. It's like the hardest for me.
When you're what?
Seated. So I feel like I'm working at the most when I'm doing it when I'm seated.
Yeah.
When it's not as hard when I'm standing.
No, seated because your whole body's relaxed.
Yeah.
You know.
So you're like just focusing on that.
Yeah. Hey.
Like I've been doing most of this episode because I've been practicing when I'm seated and then breathing through my diaphragm, not my stomach.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing I've noticed too, is when I'm pulling the vacuum, I can breathe more than I'm letting on. You know, when I'm training for vacuums, I'm always but you can actually hold that same vacuum and breathe and talk. If you
up here.
Yeah. So I just realized that the other day, and I was like, wow. So I don't actually have to hold my breath to
I don't hold my breath anymore either, because you end up like not being able to do it anymore. You're gonna pass out.
You just gas yourself out because you're trying to flex, and you're flexing every muscle on your body and holding your breath at the same time. That's just like a recipe for disaster. I feel like.
Yeah, it's not gonna work your TVA any harder.
Yeah. So,
you know.
Hey, let me see some. Huh?
I gotta run here pretty soon.
Yeah, show me some heaters real quick. We'll wrap it up.
Well, you need to get these ones for TFUEL. How about that?
Ooh.
That's what you need for TFUEL.
Ooh.
These would be some good TFUEL kicks.
Hey, those are nasty. You got the custom laces in there too, don't you?
Yeah, but these are a little different than the standard one. See, they're different.
Ooh. So what's that called?
These are called the Complex Con top 3s.
Those are nasty.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, so I got the gold toes. So those are so yours is white right here.
One's white
on one of them.
Yeah.
And then the outside.
So that one's like yours, but this one's like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
You gotta get the highs though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That would match. Yeah, I remember at Junior Nationals when I got my pro card, Nick Walker had the black ones on. Just the all black patent with the gold swoosh. What are those called?
Yeah, this came out.
Yeah, they're not that high.
No. Those are good for TFUEL though too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just straight black and gold.
I don't like patent ones though. I hate patent ones. That's the only pair I have.
Yeah.
It's so uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have any high patent ones, just the lows.
The part that gets you because it's the back of the heel doesn't stretch at all.
Yeah.
So every time you walk, it's gonna hit that.
It's got a little stiff.
Yeah. It's real stiff on the back. All right, brother.
Well, good deal, brother. Appreciate you jumping on and shooting a breeze. And so how many weeks until surgery?
25th of February. So maybe like 6 weeks, 5 weeks, something like that.
Oh yeah. Shoot, you're gonna be freaking shredded.
Yeah. Yeah, I already got my mindset's good. Like
yeah.
I'm going to bed hungry.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Hey, gotta have something to get motivated for. So it's always something. Well, guys, just turn the negatives into positives, because sulking on a negative is definitely not going to fix or help anything. So always find the positive in every situation. So all right, guys, we'll check y'all next week. This is episode 32. Me and Jay Baller, and Casey's on daddy duty. Love you, Casey, and hopefully feed that baby some cookies so it can grow up and take care of itself, and you can hop on with us. All right, bro.
All right, there, bro.
See you, buddy.